What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Game Show. My name's AJ Gills. How y'all doing? We are back with Unheard. Moving on to our fifth case. I believe it's this one, and then we got one more case. I think there's 6 in all. So, yeah, I really don't have much to talk about. I mean, I'm definitely curious as to what's all going on. But in all honesty, I really don't care what's going on. Like with this weird setup here, like this, well, like it looks like we're in a prison and all this, we're under security. I really don't care because I love the concept of this game. Like they could keep just launching like DLC, extra cases as we keep going and not even give me a story reason. And actually, I'd enjoy that all on its own. I really enjoy this game's concept. I don't know, maybe the novelty would wear thin, but I really like what we're doing here.
You just examined all happened in the past. Now, we need you to use the acoustic detective system to figure out a currently unsolved case.
Well, didn't we technically already do that?
Explosion, only in a mental hospital rather than a police station.
Okay.
How should I put it? Peculiar. A number of agents have already attempted to solve it. None of them succeeded. And there were complications.
Sorry if you're hearing some clunking. My cat got up onto my desk. I was trying to get him off. Maestro. Wasn't... What is... So what? Is this a character that we've already dealt with in the past? With the painter from, what was that? Was that the third case? Or was that the second case? One of the art gallery. I can't remember.
Hello. Welcome in, officers. How can I help you? I heard your siren.
I'm Elvira. This is my partner. Are you in charge here?
Yeah. I am the administrator of this facility. To what do we owe this visit?
You look a little young to be running this place. Anyway, we're here to investigate reports of an escape.
Aha. Yeah. About that, we're dealing with it internally. It's a minor incident. Not that big of a deal, really.
Not that big of a deal.
This is a mental institution. Some of our patients are highly agitated, and a few, from time to time, attempt to escape. This one happened to be successful. We have people out searching, but often the patients return on their own volition after a day or two.
How did it happen? This time, I mean.
Let me recall. Right. We were having a therapy session when the patient suddenly picked up an ashtray and hit me on the head, then jumped out the window.
Your head seems fine to me.
Oh, it wasn't a heavy blow, and in this profession you must be prepared for these sort of outbursts. Roll with the punches, as they say. Truth be told, this situation is very embarrassing, which is why I didn't want to call the police.
You might not have called us, but someone did. You also confirmed that one of your patients escaped, which means we're now legally obligated to investigate. A psych case on the loose poses a threat not only to themselves, but to the public. Take us inside. We'll need to interview the other inmates. And get us their files.
Interview? You want to talk to them?
Where are the patients? Just show us the way and we can conduct the investigation ourselves.
Well, if you insist. This way, please.
Alright, already I can tell you, the doctor's acting funny. I don't know.
This is where the patient escaped. Be careful of the glass on the floor.
I don't know why. He's just weird to me.
You mean patient number 68? What do you want to know, officer? I've spent so much time with everyone here that I can practically recite their files from memory.
Hold up. Why is this gate open? No wonder you're trying to cover up how easy it is to slip out of here. All the doors are unlocked.
Unlocked? Yeah, that was me. I apologize. I was in such a hurry to greet you earlier, I forgot to lock it behind me. Oh, don't worry, though. I've been here the whole time. I can assure
This doctor's acting weird.
no one else escaped.
Let's check inside.
This is our day room. As you can see, all our patients are quite well cared for. Wouldn't you say?
Nice decor and board games doesn't change the fact that they're still stuck in a mental facility.
Hey, new arrivals! Grab your clothes and toiletries.
Huh? Who are you?
None of your concern. Pick your seat and sit down. I don't want any trouble.
Who's this guy?
Patient number 27 has a non-bizarre grandiose delusional disorder. He thinks he's a caregiver here. The hospital is short-handed, so we usually leave him be. Saves us from having to hire more help.
People here are more nutso than I thought.
What's she doing?
Watching TV.
But the TV isn't even on. What's your name?
Patient 42 suffers from severe social anxiety that manifests as selective mutism. She talks to no one.
Neither of these two are going to be any help. Let's split up and canvass the rest of the place. Check the room over there, would you?
On it. Both of you patients here? Yes.
Speak for yourself. I ain't no lunatic. But you are. I told you I ain't.
What's...
He's sitting there taking a dump.
Are you okay?
It was my older brother. He has mental problems. Shut up. I'm as sane as ever. You're the crazy one.
I'm crazy?
Sorry, officer. I was talking to my brother.
All right, then. Ma'am, mind if I ask what you're in here for? I'm a reporter. Before you got sick, you mean? I actually did want to know what it was that got you committed.
Are you a police officer?
Yeah.
Then will you believe the things I'm about to tell you?
Her voice sounds really familiar.
I'm a reporter. A few months ago, I received a tip saying this hospital was conducting some kind of clandestine experiments on its patients. I disguised myself and checked in to investigate. I've collected all the information I need, but now I can't prove I wasn't sick in the first place, or that I've recovered. So I'm stuck here with no way to publish my findings. What exactly have you found?
Here, they use a treatment method on their patients called TAT, Thematic Apperception Test. But it's not the TAT most people know today. Rather, they use the prototype used back during World War II. Basically, it brainwashes people. After the test, patients' memories will be completely erased, and they're conditioned as well. They're programmed to respond to certain sounds, after which they'll follow any command. The hospital then goes on to claim they've been cured, but the truth is, they're nothing more than soulless robots. Tell me, officer, if you were a patient, would you want to be cured that way? You've absolutely got to get me out of here. I have to expose them. Check my notes. I've got all the evidence right here.
I gotta say, that sounds more like a sci-fi flick than reality. All right, let me see your notes. Wow, don't skimp on details, do you? Let me ask you something else.
Is anyone else sitting here thinking this sounds so much like Shutter Island? I know it's not technically Shutter Island, because I mean, very vastly different set of circumstances. But just the way she's like, oh, you want to be cured this way, yada yada yada. And I remember DiCaprio's like, what was his final line in that movie? Wasn't it? It was. Is it better to live a monster? And is it better to what is it? Oh, son of a bitch! I really like the line. I feel like part of this, why I'm feeling this reference, is just so I could say this line. What was it? Is it? Would you rather live the rest of your life as a monster or die as a good man? It's something like that. I really like that line. Gotta watch that movie again. It's been way too long. A fantastic movie.
Seem like they don't belong? Like they're faking their illness?
Yeah, me.
And besides you?
Honestly, from what I've seen, at least 44% of the patients here are actually sane, but they've been committed regardless. Makes me think this hospital's next step is to experiment on normal people.
That's quite the theory. What about him, huh? Seems pretty legit. Schizophrenia, maybe.
He's sick, but it's not schizophrenia. You made a mistake any layman would make. What he has is called dissociative identity disorder. That's where you have multiple personalities. In his case, 2. Huge difference between that and schizophrenia. I see. That I'll have to remember.
Wait just a second. Aren't you getting me out of here?
Afraid I can't. At least, not yet. I'll come back once our investigation wraps up.
You don't believe me either, do you?
It wasn't that big of an issue to
Are you
begin with.
done, Tony?
No. Why is this room locked?
That is the seclusion room.
Open it.
I would strongly advise against that.
Anybody in there?
Who the fuck's out there? You get in here, you cocksucker! I'm gonna kill all of ya!
I must warn you, this patient might be dangerous. He suffers from episodes of acute mania and violent psychosis.
I told you to open this door. Just do it.
All right, just give me a second. I need to find the key. Which one was it again? This one? No, not
I don't think this guy's the director.
Take a second.
I think the inmates are running the asylum to use that expression.
Great. Open it up.
I'll just wait out here.
You! I'm gonna straight up bash your fucking brains in!
All right. I'm gonna need you to calm down, sir.
You get that fucking doc away from me, you hear? He fucked me up! I can't think straight. I'm gonna slit his fucking throat, you hear that, huh, Doc? Huh? I'm gonna fucking murder you!
Tell the doctor he can leave, Elvira.
How interviewing someone like him? But you're the police, not me. Just be careful.
Okay, I don't think they were talking well. All right.
Safe to talk now.
Damn, Tony, my man! Look at you in uniform. Could have fooled even me.
Keep your voice down. Though, I could say the same about you. You almost gave me a scare with all that crazy talk. What's it called again?
Rabies, idiot.
Elvira. Charming as always, I see.
Jokes aside, what have you found? There's a whole lot of people out there that have got their eyes on Ghost's secret stash.
You look around at all?
Not much. Already talked to 2 patients. Crazy guy called Mr. Director and some thief. Gotta say, they both seem totally fucked up, to put it mildly. What about you? Who did you talk to?
Just some delusional reporter. Oh, and a schizophrenic called Silver Spoon. Just like you said, though, both 100% loony.
Guess we're on the same page then.
Wait, so you haven't found anything yet? So why'd you call us up here?
I didn't see him, but I know where to find him.
How so?
Process of elimination. At first, I didn't know what to do. No one seemed to be faking it. But then I discovered seclusion room number 4 at the end of this very hallway. Never seen it unlocked, but I know someone's inside, because the caregiver brings food there twice a day. So I played the manic card and I beat up a doctor named George, which got me thrown in here. Now I can keep an eye on things from the privacy of right next door. And if all the other patients are legit crazy, whoever's in that room is Ghost. I mean, the logic fits, right?
Well, look at you, Sherlock McMurphy. All right, then. Time to see who's behind door number 4. Get the key from the doctor, Elvira.
Wait, something doesn't add up. What about the escaped patient? Patient number 68. Could he be Ghost?
Nah. Think about it. Why would Ghost want to get out? He got himself committed on purpose, remember? To hide from people who want his money and his life. He knows he's a dead man if he gets out.
You have a point. Okay, I'll get the key.
Hey, I got a question for you. Your hospital gown doesn't even have a pocket. Where'd you get the phone to call us?
That, my friend, is courtesy of Klepp. You met him?
He gave you a phone?
Klepp is... how should I put it? He's definitely crazy. But man, oh man, can that fucker steal. All he's got to do is greet a doctor, and he got their phone.
No wonder he tried to get close to me earlier. Bumped into me, actually. In fact, wait, where's my phone? Jesus.
Big-time hitman got played by a small-time thief. Hey, why'd you knock out George? What did he do?
Was in the way. Wanted to see our search warrant.
See if he's got the key on him.
Okay, so these guys aren't cops. They're
Here. Found them.
hitmen. Okay.
And I'll check out room 4. You clean this up.
On it.
The key to room 4.
Hell if I know. Maybe one of the bigger ones?
Hello? Anybody in here?
We know you're in here, Ghost. Just...
He escaped them?
Sorry, I was writing something I couldn't.
Come on out already.
What?
There we go.
What?
Empty. He escaped them? What's going on here? Don't tell me our ghost made like a ghost.
This doesn't make any sense. This room's at the very end of the hall. He'd have to go by my room to get out. And I've had eyes like a hawk on that door this whole damn time. Hell, I was still paying attention during that whole crazy act earlier.
No, man. Something's not right. Look at the dust on the floor. Gotta be at least an inch thick. But the only sets of footprints in here are yours and mine. No one's been in here for a long time.
Well, I'll be damned. But there's no way in hell I was wrong. Let me check again. No one under the bed. Huh. What about this big chest here? You don't think he hid the money in it, do you?
A chest? Wait, don't touch it!
What the? A trap!
That fucker played us like a fiddle. Now he knows we're here. We need to pull out.
And here I thought fiddlers stuck to roofs nowadays.
You know, I'd much prefer you use that mental energy to get us the hell out of here.
Oh, yeah, because I can just waltz out of here looking like this.
All we need is a little improv. Tony, arrest him. We'll escort him right out of the building.
Huh, good idea.
Arrest? That's...
March. We've got our man. Let's take...
Officer! You got the wrong guy!
Move it!
I'm sick, I
All right,
tell
move
you!
it. Quietly!
Can't do this to me!
Okay. Interesting. All right. You know. Okay. So I'm gonna keep with the cops and everything for just a second though. But I am going to.
Hello, welcome in, officers.
Kind of fast forward here. Come in here.
As you can see,
Neither of these two are gonna be any help.
All right, I'm gonna follow Tony.
Where's the rest of the place? Check the room over there, would you?
On it.
Are you both patients here?
Oh, God. Oh.
Wait a minute. We found out. I made this note. All right, the guy with dissociative identity. I think they said was Spoon, or at least that's what I think Elvira said.
God, my stomach. Sorry. I gotta go.
And just where do you think you're going, pal? Sit back down.
All right, that's Club.
Leave when I say you can leave, which is after you've answered my questions.
Okay. Whatever you say.
both of you sit down and behave yourselves. I want you to answer the officer's questions. Also, officer, I don't understand what you hope to gain by interrogating these patients.
That's a nice costume you got there, officer. Pretty convincing, even. Your lines, on the other hand, have room for improvement. You can't start off that strong. You lose any sense of foreshadowing. Just makes the audience feel off.
We've nicknamed patient 49 Mr. Director. Believe it or not, he suffers from something called the Truman Show delusion. In his mind, he's making a masterpiece, and we're all just actors. We rely on role-playing therapy to treat patients like these. Trying to interrupt or correct him would just get us nowhere. But if we play along, he'll calm down soon enough.
Mr. Director? I'd like to ask you a few questions. Who are you, really? Look me straight in the eye.
That's how you do it. Much better, much better. You gotta have a quiet sense of intimidation. You don't need to shout to be coercive. Go back and re-enter through the door. Let's shoot this scene again.
What the hell?
Please, officer, he meant no harm. Remember, I mentioned some of our patients are likely to initiate contact.
Well, what about that one, huh? Mr. Bathroom Emergency. Was that real? Or just some excuse so he could leave?
Him? He's a thief.
Hey, that's defamation, you hear me? I'm a law-abiding citizen. Behave!
Patient number 36 suffers from an impulse control disorder commonly known as kleptomania. He simply cannot stop himself from stealing.
All right. So far, I'm still nowhere on finding out who's Ghost. All right, but so far, I think I've got the names down so far, because we know that eventually Elvira will knock out George, take him to McMurphy's room when they go up into the fourth area up here. I don't know why I'm signaling with my pen when I have a mouse. So when they go up here. So we know that's Klep because he took Tony's phone. We know that's Mr. Director. Elvira said that guy was Spoon. All right. So as far as the crazy people that I have definitely marked as crazy, we have, or mental patients, Spoon, Klep, and Director, at least. Okay. Ooh, so it won't even tell me the exact number. I have to figure it out. Okay.
Person or place.
I didn't realize sticky fingers were a disease. But he's already in here, so why'd he try to run?
Old habits die hard, I suppose. This one was constantly being hounded by the police.
I'll also add in the first and second girl that we met, also under the mental patients.
Arrested multiple times. The sight of you probably triggered a conditioned response from him.
Bullshit! Just ask around. When did I ever get caught? Huh?
Ha! You're saying you never got caught? Then why did you end up here? He was a repeat offender, you see, always stealing old phones. The police found it so odd that they gave him a psychiatric evaluation. And wouldn't you know it? He was certifiable. So instead of sending him to prison, they sent him here.
Quite the nutcase, I see.
Yeah, well, we are doing our best to treat them.
Let's check the next room.
Way I see it, officer, this wasn't that big of an issue to
Are
begin
you
with.
done, Tony?
No. Why is this room locked?
Okay. Now we've seen this so far. All right.
Issue to
I'm going to check these two rooms now after we've, kind of finished these dialogues. So let's see if these two guys are going to talk.
Cop should have moved on by now. You want me to take a look, Mr. Director?
No, you should stay here. Oscar will handle everything.
Yeah, but something don't feel right. That cop from earlier felt like he was checking if we were crazy or not. I mean, for real crazy. You think the hospital sent them?
You may be onto something. After all, everyone in this hospital, barring us, of course, was sent by the hospital. They're all part of the masquerade.
No wonder he acted so weird. The only thing a cop ever gave me before were a pat down and a pair of cuffs. None of those weird questions. Good that we got you on our side to see through his disguise. I was about ready to piss my pants. Honest to God.
All right, these guys are nuts.
Real cops, fake cops, none of it matters. This hospital wants to drive us crazy. Literally. Maybe we should simply play along? Once today's over and we've taken control of this place, the truth will finally be revealed.
Then let me go check it out. If they're gone, we can get started with the plan.
Hush, what did I just tell you? For now, we lay low.
Boring.
I don't know. I'm going back and forth. I can't tell through that dialogue if those guys are actually insane. Though McMurphy was calling Klepp crazy.
Mr. Director, like a real professional, yeah?
It was an exceptional performance. What did I just tell you?
Give me a second.
We'll take it from here. You can leave now.
I'm not sure how interviewing someone like him will help, but you're the police, not me. Just be careful.
He's gonna walk in here.
How was I doing, Mr. Director? Like a real professional, yeah?
It was an exceptional performance. Not only did you deliver your lines with passionate bravado, your improvisation was on point. Always adjusting your lines and tones to correspond with the other actor's delivery. You truly are a master thespian.
Yeah, well, you didn't have to give me such a hard time.
Sorry. Occupational hazard. Once I get in character, I'm no longer reciting lines. I am the character. Now, I don't like to brag, but that wasn't even the best performance I ever given. For most of my roles, I've done months of research. If I had more time, I'd have checked myself into a real mental hospital for at least 6 months. Stanislavski's system pushes me to fully embody my characters by learning how they really live.
Yes, of course. What about the cops? Have they left?
Good thing you heard the siren and figured out a plan quick. If you hadn't sent me out there to stall them, God knows what they would have found by now.
What are they even investigating? The runaway patient?
Yeah, that's what they said. But, at least to me it seemed like that was just a cover-up. They didn't even check out the room where number 68 escaped. They barely even looked out the window, too. Nope, both of them went straight to the patient rooms.
You don't think they're looking for Jennifer? Could they be on to our plan?
At first, that's what I thought, too. But now, not so sure. Seemed more like they were going around looking for someone sane.
Then they've lost their minds as well. Looking for sane people inside a mental hospital?
Cops are a bunch of idiots anyway. I'm gonna go out and check again. I'll let you know.
I'll go check room 1 as well.
Let's go!
Wait for me!
James?
You stay away from the gate. Get your ass back to the day room.
For crying out loud! Caregiver, huh?
Just told you to.
Let's play that through
You're a
again.
caregiver? You really think you're a caregiver, huh?
Just told you to stop. Where do you? What the hell's going on? Why were the police here?
Things are getting out of control. I was just playing along with Mr. Director and the other crackpots, right? Figured if we really did take over the hospital, it'd be much easier to look for Ghost.
No way it's a coincidence. You notice anything off about those cops?
Well, they were definitely looking for someone. That much was obvious. But the way they were interrogating every single patient makes me think they're after Ghost, too.
Why would the authorities suddenly be searching for him? Until we got that tip, everyone thought he was dead.
Maybe they got it, too. Anyway, what have you found so far?
Haven't locked down Ghost yet. But I did find his plan B.
Plan B?
Pure coincidence, actually. The TV remote went missing, see? And the button on the TV doesn't work either. It got me curious, so one day I volunteered to cover Ray's night shift. After everyone left the room, I opened the TV set. Guess what I found?
A bomb.
Bingo! Anyone turns that thing on, it'll explode. I bet that's probably why he took the remote.
That's further proof it was Ghost who blew up the police station. To kill his crew and fake his own death. But why would he plant another one in the same place he's hiding?
That's why I said it must be his plan B. Sure, the hospital's been a safe place to lay low, but someone clearly knows he's still alive. Otherwise, they wouldn't have put a bounty on his head and we wouldn't be in here. Ghost probably planted the bomb for just such an occasion as this. He can blow the place sky high and vanish into the wind again. Poof!
Sounds right up his alley. Anyone who sees his face dies.
Not this time. Check this out.
What the hell is that thing? Looks like some kind of sci-fi gizmo.
It's a microcontroller infrared scrambler. Got it from a catalog for $29.95. Batteries not included.
I don't get it.
This is my plan B. When Ghost tries to blow this whole place to smithereens, this thing will jam the signal from the remote. The TV won't go boom, and we grab whoever's holding the clicker.
Now that's smart. Then all we have to do is cuff him and collect our reward before the cops swoop in and steal all the credit. Huh?
That's loud.
What the hell? I didn't even know this hospital had an alarm system. Stupid cops. They probably triggered the trap that Ghost set up. Fuck. Months of work down the drain.
What do we do now?
Ghost is gonna have to make a move now. So let's go nab the son of a bitch.
All right, I'll follow your lead.
The day room is the best place to start. He ain't in the library or the exam rooms, so he'll have to come through there before he can escape.
You gotta turn that thing on before you can watch it. There's this thing called a remote. On before you can.
Okay, let's see how Clip addresses this. See if we can get her name. Okay, so it's got so Ghost has got to be a character that comes through this room.
Hey, Emily, you gotta turn that thing on before you can watch it. There's this thing called a remote.
Holden, Emily.
Don't do this to me!
All right. I'm trying to think who's crazy. I don't think the doctor is a patient. I don't think that guy at the front door. Originally, I thought it was him. I don't think Klepp or director are. I mean, unless they've taken over the asylum, but I don't think that's what it is. I think these are all hitmen here trying to kill this ghost guy. Just the way they made that sound. For some reason, something tells me it might be McMurphy. I don't know why. I'm just a vibe I'm getting here.
Hello.
All right, so roll long. I'm gonna come in here.
A few months ago,
Waiting for her to leave.
Inventor of society. You don't believe me either, do you?
Why you even bother, Nellie?
Journalists are the watchdogs of society. Or haven't you heard?
Yeah, and what good did any of that do you, huh? The cops didn't even believe you.
You've heard about the Unabomber, correct?
Huh? Who do you think I am? Of course I heard of him.
Mm-hmm. Henry Murray, the inventor of TAT, used his test to evaluate soldiers during World War II. During the Cold War, he used it to interrogate spies. But did you know that he also gave it to innocent students back in 1959?
Oh yeah? What's all that got to do with the Unabomber? Are you kidding me?
Well, it just so happens that a certain 17-year-old boy, Ted Kaczynski, was one of his unwitting test subjects. And, well, you know the rest. Over a period of 18 years, he ended up making and sending at least 16 bombs. What I'm trying to say is, destroying someone mentally can have repercussions far beyond one person.
Well, I'll be damned. Then that Henry Murray fella's got blood on his hands, too.
I don't know if I'd go that far. Science and all the experiments that go along with it are, well, they're not wrong. It's just that sometimes people can get in so deep that they lose track of the boundaries of morality. I have nothing against the doctors here. Really. I simply want to get the truth out. It's my hope that people can learn to respect humanity while still pursuing science.
You move me. A reporter with a heart of gold. You know, if Mr. Director had his say, he'd just... Shut up! He told you not to tell anyone! All right. My lips are sealed.
All right, you know what? Now I'm thinking Spoon is actually what's the word? I think Spoon is an actual mental patient. Because he's still talking to himself. Who's making that knocking sound?
Thought it was just in my head.
No, it's definitely real. Sounds like it's coming from next door.
All of you are hearing things. You need to up your meds.
I'll go check.
Alright, I'm gonna follow Nelly. Of course, I just make a note of it, and then, there's. I make a note of the sound, and of course, then we're just gonna go check out what it is, anyways.
Who's that knocking? Ray? What are you doing here? Who did this to you?
I'll explain everything later. Quick, untie me.
I can do that, but only on one condition.
Just say it. Whatever you want me to do, I'll do it. Within my power, of course.
You need to prove to everyone else that I'm not crazy so I can get discharged.
Consider it done. I knew you weren't crazy a long time ago.
Perfect. Then you can get me out of here.
Well, I'll do my best, but remember, I'm just a caregiver. The doctors are the ones who have the final say. Oh, speaking of doctors, Jennifer's in the room next door. We gotta save her, too.
Dr. Jennifer? Doctor? Doctor, wake up!
Where am I? What happened?
Someone apparently knocked you out. Got some blood on you there.
I remember that much. But why am I in the bathroom?
Can't help you there. Wait, you weren't out cold, Ray. What happened? Huh?
Hey, what are you... Ray! What the fuck? You killed her!
She'll be fine. Anyway, better her than us, right?
What are you even talking about? What's going on?
Okay, so here's what happened. While you were treating patient number 68 earlier, you remember that, right? I was talking with James. The two of us heard this loud
Okay. Head out this way. Alright, James is a mental patient. James is another guard. I think this guy is Oscar. So, wherever the last guy is, that one I'm assuming is Maestro. I could be wrong in that last one, but alright. I just wanted to get the names down.
noise all of a sudden, so I went to check. Turns out 68 broke the window and took off. By the time I came to check up on you, you were already out cold.
68 was the escape patient.
Ashtray next to you, too. This got me all in a panic. So I didn't notice that the gate to the inpatient sector wasn't locked. Next thing I knew, a bunch of patients had all gotten out. They charged me, tied me up, and threw me in the bathroom. Then they dragged you in after I was tied up.
Jesus Christ. Then Nellie was in on this too? She doesn't really strike me as the violent type.
I don't know about that, but I'm not taking any risks. They're all crazy. Who knows what they're capable of?
But what is it they're trying to do? And why didn't you call the police when you had the chance?
Everything happened so fast. 1 second, I was trying to figure out what happened to you. The next, those psychos jumped me.
Huh? Where's my phone? Don't tell me they took it.
Oh, wait.
Klep probably has it.
God damn it, it's gone.
What?
Not my phone, something else. Caregivers aren't allowed to bring phones inside the hospital. You know, that's the rule here.
Well, that's stupid. What do we do now then? We can't even call the police. How many people did you see in her earlier? Don't tell me everyone is in on this.
I saw Klep, Silver Spoon, Oscar, oh right, and Mr. Director. I'm telling you, it was chaos. There might have been more of them. I don't know.
And all of them working together? They're not even suffering from the same illness. This is certainly a first. What do you think they're trying to do? Escape?
They took the keys, but as far as I know, they haven't left. All I could tell was that Mr. Director seemed to be the ringleader. Something about manipulation and brainwash.
Then it's a coup?
A coup?
Yeah, they want to take over the hospital.
That's why they didn't escape. You haven't seen George, have you?
Nope. Maybe he's still in the treatment room?
Is that an alarm?
Probably somebody's alarm clock. I wouldn't worry about it.
Then what do we do? It's only a matter of time before they find us here.
Honestly, I think the two of us can hold them off. Klep, he's basically a stick. Oscar's a wuss. Silver Spoon's lucky if he isn't fighting himself. And Mr. Director, he's an old man. The only reason they got the jump on me last time was because they caught me off guard. But you and we'll have the element of surprise next time.
Why don't we just sneak into the director's office and use the landline to call the police?
Hey, good idea.
Come on, let's go. Stay calm. We've got this. No looking around, just stay quiet and follow me.
Okay. So far, here are my thoughts. Ray or McMurphy's ghost. Just something about McMurphy's not sitting right with me, and I don't know what it is. It's like a gut feeling here. And same thing with Ray. It's just kind of a gut feeling that I'm getting right now. So far, as far as the inmates go, because of what Ray just said, they snuck up on him, they knocked him out. The actual patients that I'm finding right now are Oscar, Spoon, Klep, and Director. I'm not sure how James fits in, that kind of southern guy who's sitting there playing the inmate, or the patient. I'm not sure where he fits into this, but the way that he was talking with Oscar, that he switched a shift with Ray, makes me think he's a caregiver, a guard, whatever. So I don't think James I don't think James is a patient. From what everyone was talking, McMurphy's not a patient either. I know Elvira and oh my god, what the hell's his name? Elvira and Tony are people coming in looking for ghosts. George is a doctor. Haven't seen what's going on with Maestro. We might go check that out next. Nellie is an actual journalist, so she's not a patient either. I think I've kind of run down the list. So. Oh, I'm also forgetting this Emily chick. I don't know. I'm going to have to... I might kind of stick by her and just kind of fast forward, see if she actually moves / talks. But as far as I know, she just sits there. So she might also be an actual patient. I'm not sure at the moment. Kind of like last video. I'm gonna kind of stand up, take a quick break, kind of clear my mind. All right, let's take another look at this. Okay, we've got a full look at all the characters. Oh, Klep's out of his cell right now. Oh, interesting. I'm going to start over there right now. I'm going to start with these two.
Hey, McMurphy! $300, pay up!
Oh, I know. Gotta wait till after I get out. Got no money in this shithole.
Hey, you want to do business with me? You do it my way. That means no credit. I already made an exception letting you try out the phone. And now that you know it works, you gotta pay up. Unless you want me to tell Jennifer you stole her phone.
Don't be a rat. All right, fine. How about I just give it back, huh? Then you can sell it to someone else.
I can live with that. Hand it over.
Wait. Before you leave, do you know if they caught patient number 68 yet? The one who escaped?
Nope. Not as far as I know.
What about the police? They here yet?
Now that you mention it, Mr. Director did say he heard a siren earlier.
Perfect. Anyway, here's your phone.
No hard feelings, huh? Next time, if you got money, we can do business. Now, though.
Business deal?
It's not easy. That's why Mr. Director's so terrified about the test.
Wait, you know about the test too?
Why wouldn't I? It's called
They're talking, but again, I don't think Nellie's in with them. I mean, especially because she gets knocked out. I think she's just kind of on her own in all this. Emily's, I don't know why. I'm gonna kind of scrub through and see if she ever actually. Okay.
on.
Yeah, she doesn't ever talk. She just kind of sits there. All right. So that answers my question. I think she's an actual patient. Yeah, no one in this room. All right. Kind of our last room that we really haven't sat and listened to.
Why is it you wanted me to meet you here, George?
Actually, I wanted to ask you a favor, Maestro. You're an expert when it comes to art, yes? I was hoping you could evaluate a painting for me.
You've come to the right person. Not to boast, but a piece's price can increase considerably if I say good things about it.
Of course, of course. Please, sit. The picture's right here. If you could just take a look.
What is this? This isn't artwork. This is a map?
Indulge me if you would. And listen to the music. Anything?
They're using the menu music for this game in this.
Something. Wait. I need to get my thoughts straight.
Take your time.
Yeah, I'm gonna...
Police interrog.
Tell me, what do you see?
I see an interrogation. Yes, inside a police station.
Who are the police interrogating?
I don't... Oh, wait. Yes. I know this voice. Silver Spoon?
What are they questioning Silver Spoon about?
Something about drugs. Yes, I remember Silver Spoon mentioning this before.
Excellent. Let's move on to the next picture.
Another one? What about the painting you said I was here to evaluate? What's going on? What are you doing to me?
Don't worry, Maestro. It's just a small test. One more picture, and we're done.
Another map?
Do you recognize this place?
It looks familiar. Yes, I know. An art gallery.
Describe the art gallery for me.
It's crowded. An exhibition will start soon. Wait, there's an empty frame? But why?
Exactly. Why is that?
Give me just a moment. No.
Whoa, oh, okay. This is interesting. So is our character in this a mental patient? Are we in? I figured that it kind of looked like we were in a hospital or something like that. And what they're talking about, they're showing him pictures of like what looks like maps. So he's giving him maps, and he's already run through two of the cases that we've already done. We've done the case at the police station, and now he's doing the case at the art gallery. I'm not sure if this is a misdirect, if this is like exceptionally important information, or if this is just kind of like a little Easter egg, but this is interesting.
No, it can't be that either. But then, who took it? The real painting?
It's fine. Take your time.
Interesting. And that's why you use the menu music. It's like hypnosis. Oh my god, that's clever. That this is all one big mind experiment. Or you know, like this is all like an illegal experiment being run on people. Oh God, I gotta listen to Jennifer and Nellie's. I gotta listen to Jennifer's voice again, because her voice might be the lady who was talking to us at the at the start of every little chapter. Oh, oh, that's interesting.
Oh, it's Sean. Yes. Nice to see you again. Oh, and Ms. Reeves is here too. The painting was stolen. Someone stole my painting. No, that's not it. I had my own painting stolen. It was part of my exhibition. I spent so much time and effort on my painting. I would never let someone steal it. It was all part of my plan. Yes, the painting was retrieved in the end, too. The lost art returned.
Oh, I'm afraid your symptoms haven't improved.
What are you talking about? Didn't you ask me to evaluate paintings for you?
This was an evaluation, except it was a psychiatric one. We call it the thematic apperception test.
What? A psychiatric evaluation?
Yes, tailor-made for your symptoms. I also use role-play therapy to supplement the effects. Unfortunately, the results are far from promising.
What's wrong with me, exactly?
We used images to hypnotize you, allowing you to see and hear things from your past. When you saw an interrogation, you could remember the stories Silver Spoon told you. The problem is, when you saw the image reflecting yourself, you weren't able to differentiate between delusion and reality. You sank further and further into your own fantasy story.
Holy shit.
From the bleakness of your own reality, you staged the whole theft. Quite the coincidence, and a little too convenient, don't you think?
George! Doctor! What you said, I don't quite understand.
Don't worry about it. You know everything you need to know. Now, answer me one question. Who are you?
I'm the No. No, I'm... Patient number 29. Yes.
There you go. Perfect. Now, just make sure you keep taking your medication on time. And trust me, you will get better.
All right.
Okay, so they're showing us images again. Is it burping?
29 shows little
No, he's sleeping.
improvement. If anything, his symptoms may be worsening. For situations with which he has an anecdotal connection, he is able to discern the projected narrative from reality. But in cases where he has direct experience, his ability to distinguish between the two is severely blurred. Prognosis remains guarded. I strongly recommend continued treatment with antipsychotic medications, as well as TAT and role-playing therapy to see if conditions improve. And we should schedule him for a full reassessment in 6 weeks' time.
Absolutely fascinating. So they're hypnotizing us. That's what's happening. We're being hypnotized. Man, unless, again, all one big misdirect. But I mean, so we're getting hypnotized through that iPad, through that music, with this lady that explains why everything's all kind of like wavy and far away when we're coming out of this little blueprint area. We're approaching it from the concepts of a detective because maybe we are a detective, and that's the story they're giving us in this kind of like role play that we're testing a new detective technology, but these are cases that we worked in our past. They're running through. Maybe my Shutter Island reference earlier isn't that far off. Oh my, this is getting interesting. Okay, so he just kind of sleeps the entire time.
Hello.
Yeah. I want to see what George does in a second. See, I don't fully understand though what this TAT thing is. I might need to hang around Nellie a little bit and actually listen to her explain it.
I need you to turn over the key to room 4.
Huh? Who are you? How did you get in?
I'm a police officer. We're here to investigate a case.
Police? Who let you in? Do you have a search warrant?
Of course I do. It's right in here.
Yeah, because you didn't bring the warrant with you. You kept it in a completely different room.
Just on that table over there.
Ah!
All right. Who are the real mental patients? I think it's Oscar, Mr. Director, Klepp, and Spoon. Now, as far as who's Ghost, I'm gonna try my two theories. I think it's Murphy. I think it's either McMurphy or Ray, but I'm leaning towards McMurphy. These are all two questions right now. None of them are correct. Okay. So none of my answers were right. Okay. Let's try Ray, because like I said, this is my other theory, just a vibe I'm getting. Okay, so Ray is Ghost. Because that's the one I changed. Oh, wait, I forgot to add one more person. I forgot to add the Emily chick. Nope. Okay, still off. Let's throw in Maestro. I know I'm seeming like I'm kind of just adding characters, but I'm over the number of real patients. But see, I mean, Spoon's got a real thing going on with him, though.
Nellie! What you writing, huh?
What's going on outside? I heard a bunch of people talking, but then it went quiet.
That was Mr. Director telling us about the test. He said we gotta take over the hospital so we can put a stop to it. Also, something about, how the doctors are all actors, and we're really...
Shut up! He told us not to tell anyone, didn't he?
Whatever. I don't even want to know.
Look, you upset her.
It's all your fault. I told you to shut up!
Hey, Nellie, don't be mad. What you writing? Seriously.
You wouldn't understand even if I told you.
I know what she's writing.
Oh, yeah? And how the hell would you know, huh? You ain't her.
Well, you ain't me either. How do you know I don't know?
Exactly. I ain't you, so I don't know if you know or not. But you certainly ain't her, so you don't know squat, you big ignoramus.
Silver spoon.
Oh, so you finally decided to talk to me, huh?
Do you know who you are?
I'm, me, I guess.
No, you aren't. I'm me.
For once, think before you answer. It's not easy. That's why Mr. Director's so terrified about the test.
Wait, you know about the test too?
Why wouldn't I? It's called TAT, and it involves a series of repeated questions that try to get the test subject to make up a logical story based on their own desires, emotions, motives, and personal experiences.
Okay.
Most participants end up projecting their own subconscious onto a character in the made-up story without even realizing it.
So, that's what it is.
Doesn't sound like such a big deal to me.
Yes, and it wouldn't be if it were just that. The problem is, this hospital is doing more than just a simple test. Something much more intense.
Huh? Like what?
They put extreme pressure on the test subjects, causing them to lose themselves in the stories they make up. Even once the test is over, they lose track of reality, which can lead to the development of multiple personalities. And those whose minds are already weak, they lose track of who they are altogether. Textbook delusional right there.
Well, I'll be. No wonder Mr. Director's about to shit his shorts. Don't concern me, though.
Oh yeah? Then how about this scenario? Deep down, you, me, all of us constantly struggle with our own issues. Pretty normal, right? Well, during the test, people tend to project those conflicting thoughts onto different characters in the stories they make up. Each thought becomes its own character, constantly engaged in a bitter, back-and-forth argument with its other half. Until, finally, they lose the ability to become one again.
That's impossible. Wait, is she talking about us?
I'm calling BS!
Hey, don't look at me. I'm not the one running the tests. I just wanted to let you know to be prepared. And more importantly, don't forget who you are.
Now I'm actually kind of intrigued. Sounds a little, I don't know, fun. No one's ever been able to give me a run for my money before.
Oh, what do you know? Sounds like some kind of, I don't know, metaphysical test.
Metaphysical my ass! It's a scam, pure and simple.
Okay, so Spoon, I think, is being driven to lose his mind, but he's not crazy. So I'll pull him off the list. And I don't know, there's something about Oscar that's making me think he's not insane. And again, I'm also thinking against Maestro. But Director, I'm not sure about him. Emily, she's gone. And I don't know about Clep. So let's try. There should be more. Okay. So less than, what? How many did I have before? I had Oscar. Let me think here. I had Oscar, Maestro, Spoon, Emily, and Clep. So I had 5. What if I add? I know I'm kind of adding and subtracting here. Okay, so I think I have the right number of people now. It's now about fine-tuning and finding the right answers. Nelly, Maestro, George, Ray, and Jennifer. Okay, so Jennifer's a doctor. It's not Jennifer or Ray. Not Tony or Elvira. It's not McMurphy. Because I don't think it's McMurphy. Again, I'm just kind of testing something. So if I say it's him, okay. So that's one too many. Let's pull Oscar out. There we go. It was Maestro, not Oscar. I know that end a little bit just kind of seemed like I was pulling guesses. I had the guys who I thought it was, and I'm just kind of playing with the permutations there. I know that just seems kind of like cheating, like, oh, I'm just clicking every answer, but it's just, I don't think I was going to find more stuff out by trying to find that one conversation. I thought this was just a little faster of going, you know what, I've got it narrowed down to like 5 or 6 people, like 6, 7 people. Let's figure this out through elimination, but there we go. We got it.
Excellent work, Detective.
I think this is Jennifer, though.
Just one last question for you. I have just one last question for you. Who are you?
Maestro, Mr. I'm not Mr. I don't think I'm Mr. Director. Detective doesn't sound right. I'm not Clep. I'd guess I'm number 68.
Okay, number 68. Since you already know you're one of our patients, we'll move forward with your treatment. Here, this pill will help calm and center you.
God! Jennifer? What happened?
Oh,
Wake up!
holy shit. That was really fucking cool. All right, I'm gonna try and get right there at the end again, just to see what happens if I make a few different decisions, see if anything's different, or and take the pill just for my own curiosity. I'll throw them on at the tail end of this video after I talk about everything. But holy shit, I thought there was gonna be one more case, but after at that very end of it, I kind of figured out, no, it's gonna be we're done, or we're getting into our final case, because we're kind of dropping a whole lot of hints as to our current situation being tested. No, that was absolutely amazing. I had a ridiculous amount of fun playing this. It's just a super short game for what it is. I give it a 9 out of 10. I'd like a little bit more meat to it. I feel like the story just kind of came out of nowhere. It keeps you it's not like it's even dropping hints. You kind of have to just look at the room you're in, and then everything doesn't click till that final mission. But it's also because there's no like tiny little clues dropped. Well, there are clues, but you don't realize them until the end. Again, I'm not sure. I guess you can like that kind of thing. That's artful or whatever, but it's not giving me any way to kind of guess what's happening. I'm just kind of taking everything at its word and face value leading up to the very end. But I will say, though, that ending is really cool. That was a really sweet ending. And again, I do like how it... I wouldn't even say it teased. It's just they're talking about things, and again, you're just kind of slowly picking up on words that they said, and then you're picking up on the conversations at the very end of the game. I like that. That's neat. But again, my issue with it is I wish that they kind of delivered some... I don't know, man. I'm going back and forth, because again, I go back to my Shutter Island reference, which I look back at that movie, and there were so many really cool little things that you didn't notice, but that you notice on a second watch. But at the same time, those are things that enhance. They don't tell this, they aren't just like... I don't see anything that was like a big clue to figure out what the story was, that we're a mental patient, or that we weren't anything more than somebody testing a new like detective thing, up until the very end where they were talking about how they use kind of like a role play therapy or something within this experiment. And even then, I don't fully understand what the experiment does necessarily. I mean, I get it. It kind of breaks people's minds, and it's trying to get them to use their mind to figure out what happened logically within a still image. It's interesting. But again, I feel like there is a little bit more narrative. I feel like they could have put in a few more teases here and there, leading from the very start to the end. There were little ones I think they could have made more, that could have been a little more obvious. There could have been just something to make us think that we're not a detective trying a new technology, that we are actually in a hospital like this. I don't know. There's just something about it. I just wish there was a little bit more. I wish there was just more to this game. There was more cases. There was more story. There was more interaction between the player and the person giving this test. There's just something about it. Just that nagging feeling in my head that's keeping me out of a 10. Because in all honesty, I mean, again, I don't want to say for an indie game, this game was great. I mean, this game was great. It's a phenomenal concept. I loved the art. I loved the the sound design, the voice acting, and everything. I love the game. It's like I said, 9 out of 10. That's honestly, if this was a AAA or just like the small indie project, either way, I think that this is a great game, deserving of a 9 out of 10, at least on my scale. Which means this game is well above average. It's super fun. I highly suggest this to just about anybody. But either way, I'm getting lost into my own head and exactly how I feel about the ending and how we led up to there. I don't know if anybody understands any of my rambling. I feel like I'm going insane now. But I'm going to stand up, kind of decompress a little bit, and then I'm going to show off these last couple endings. Or, try and see if there are multiple endings, depending on what we do. But either way, thanks for watching, everybody. Facebook, Twitter, the website, minds.com. Links, that stuff is down in the description below. Please remember to like, comment. If you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching this series. I hope you enjoyed it. We have tons of new stuff starting just all the time here on this channel, mostly because I have a problem of starting too many projects and not finishing any. But I'm just trying to look at what I'm looking at playing this month. I'm looking at playing what else this month? The new Borderlands remaster that just came out, the new like game of the year, whatever. The original Borderlands, and then after that, trying to chug through the pre-sequel and 2 before Borderlands 3 comes out. We have Days Gone. We have Mortal Kombat 11 also on the docket. I'm also contemplating either starting Spec Ops: The Line or Bully, just as kind of one of those series that, hey, here's I might marathon 5 or 6 parts and then kind of go away. Although, I guess with Spec Ops, I could probably marathon that in a weekend and have all the parts done for that series, but with Bully would take a little longer. Either way, let me know, which would you guys be more interested in seeing, like Spec Ops or Bully, between those two, and I'll take those into consideration when it's time to make that full decision. Either way, I'm rambling. Thank you for watching. Go check out some of the other stuff that we're doing on this channel. The weekly news show that I attempt every Saturday, but it rarely happens because I get busy doing other stuff. So thanks for watching, everybody. I already said who I am. I already said what the channel is. I already told you where to find me. For the last time in Unheard, thank you so much for watching, everybody. I'm out.
I have just one last question for you. I have just one last question for you. Who are you? Congratulations, Detective. You passed the final test. By now, you've probably realized the last case was mixed with some of the voices from previous ones. It threw the other testers into a state of deep confusion, but you didn't lose yourself like they did, which means you are now qualified to call yourself a true acoustic detective. Since you've mastered the system, you can take it with you. You never know when it might come in handy. And if you hear any residual voices or auditory hallucinations, I trust you'll master those too. In time. That concludes the exam, Detective. Thank you again for participating. It exceeded all of my expectations. You're free to leave whenever you like. Thank you again for participating. It exceeded all of my expectations. You're free to leave whenever you like.
Who are you?
Hey, buddy. Come on, it's me.
State your name.
You don't recognize your old pal?
What the hell's got you?
I'm a law-abiding citizen.
Asked him the basics.
Picking up his
Said he didn't know anything.
All right, I said I was done, but Holy crap. Okay. So because I made a different... because I tried a different solution that time? Was it because... Huh. I don't know. I don't know what to think here now. Is this one of those that any ending and or interpretation of the ending is technically correct? Because I can't tell if are we actually crazy or were we, like I said, like did we hold on to our self there at the end, but also now we have to deal with the effects of the detective. I don't know what the hell to feel here anymore. I'm very very confused. You know what? I'm gonna run through all the other ones again, like I already said. Yeah, I stand by my score here, 9 out of 10. There's just a little too much confusion that I'm having here at the end than I like to have at the end of a story. But again, I still love this game. This was one hell of a ride. All right, I promise this is the last time I'm gonna chime in. So thanks for watching, guys. I promise this time for the last time. My name's AJ Kells. This is Something Game Channel. I'm out.
I have just one last question for you. I have just one last question for you. Who are you? I'm sorry, Detective, but you've failed the test. I had hoped it wouldn't turn out like this. You were doing quite well at the beginning. But, well, things started to unravel towards the end. It's sadly clear. You don't even know who you are anymore. I'm sorry, but we're going to have to.
Alright guys, I know I keep saying this. I swear to God, last comment I will make here. I just tried 2 other options and got that very same ending. Or what is I tried that one ending, got the one with the guys clasping their hands over my face. And then I tried again another just similar, like I think the first one I said I was like Maestro or something, and they said no, you're wrong. I said I was Tyler, and they're like no, you're wrong. So I'm figuring everything but number 68 and Detective are incorrect. So I'm gonna do it one more time. This time using number 68 and choose the pill, not the ashtray, to knock her in the face. I think that's, like I said, I think that's everything. Thanks for watching, guys. I swear to God, last time. My name's AJ Kells. This is Unheard Game Channel. I'm out.
I have just one last question for you. I have just one last question for you. Okay, number 68. Since you already know you're one of our patients, we'll move forward with your treatment. Here, this pill will help calm and center you.
The drugs ain't mine! About that?
My painting has not been lost.
Not me. Don't believe them!
So take the test.